All right. We back. And we back. And we back. And we back. Hey. This is the intro. I don't know the words, but that Chance is my friend. And I don't like this. Okay, I don't know. We back.
We are back and we're live.
Episode 2, y'all. Episode 2. Episode 2. We is here. Is it people in here yet? Is it people in here? Okay, anyway. I can't tell. I can't see. Somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me what's to it.
What's to it?
What's to it? Are we got people? We here? We got friends to join us? Let's see what we got going on. Oh yeah. We here. We here. We here. We here. We here.
We are here and we're live.
All right. So, y'all, we're going to get started. You can watch the replay. We're not here to waste no time. The time cannot be wasted. Good morning this evening to all of those people that's joining us. We back. This is episode 2.
Episode 2.
Dose.
We made it this far.
Episode dose. How you say that? Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Tagalog.
I don't know.
You didn't learn. See, we were supposed to learn that. I've been to learn some Tagalog, whatever it is. But y'all, welcome back to episode 2 of the LeadHERship Journey.
Yes.
We are back, and we wearing cute stuff.
Do you see?
Can you see?
Can you see the hoodie?
Worth good, okay? We are worth.
I'm definitely worth some good, okay?
I know you right. I know you right when you right. We got some gear. Shout out to the Worth Good CEO and creator and thought person and whatever, all the things Worth Good. Latoya Wider, we thank you. And we wearing your stuff. And she got some goods for us. I gotta read it because I don't remember it all off the top of my head. But we got some good stuff for Worth Good. We got a whole little special little code for you as well to go check out the website, and you get a gift code, not a gift code, a discount code, and the discount code is leader. Use code leader to get free shipping on. That's all orders. Free shipping on all orders.
Free shipping
till January 31st. Okay. Wow. So that goes for the people that's watching it live, the people that's watching it later. You got till January 31st to go get you some Worth Good. She got everything. She got these nice hoodies. Let me show y'all.
And they're quality. Good quality.
I'm warm. Yeah. I'm not going to tell y'all my business, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I don't have a shirt on under this. Same. And I'm warm.
Yes.
And this is quality stuff. She got a whole holiday sale going on. 30% off the entire site. So you get 30% off plus the free shipping when you use the code leader. You only got that code from us. So it's a secret, okay? So you in the club now. Go get you some gear. Shout out to Toya. Girl, you rocking. We rocking with the the Worth Good. The LeadHERship team is rocking with Worth Good. Yes, Thank you. We look nice. I think I like this color.
I know. I love it.
We going outside. So let's hop in. How you doing? How you doing? That's my Wendy Williams.
How do you feel after the first episode?
After the first episode, y'all, we got so much feedback and love and support, and I love it, and I thank y'all. And we're gonna keep going because y'all, episode 2 is just only beginning still. But the people that was in the comments like, that's my sister. I was like, I don't even know you, so they have to be talking about you.
You are so silly. I feel good. I feel like we're just having girl talk. Like, so
that's what it is.
It is. It's just girl.
We telling the truth.
Yeah.
I feel like now, like we have the opportunity to actually tell our story, and people, even though it was just episode 1, I don't even believe that we even dug into anything really. And people were like, they want more. Like, not just people that I know. Like, I literally had one of my coworkers tell me, like, I watched your podcast. And I was like, really? And she was like, I want to hear more. And I was like, okay, Miss Girl, come on with it. So that really like that pushed me. That pushed me forward. And then we were getting feedback. People want to ask questions, and I told them to send it to the email, but they ain't send it to the email. But they were asking me questions, so I really appreciate everybody. Keep watching, keep subscribing, go on that YouTube channel. We out here, and we gonna keep coming outside. But you know what? Oh, let's hop in the conversation. Okay. I seen something that come up on my Facebook page and my memories, and it was a little old you. Ooh. And it was a little old you, and I was like, man, that's so funny. Let's talk about this. So, like, you had an unconventional story, journey. It was unconventional, and we started off at school together. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of schools, but college together, and you broke off. That's a head See, I told you. They said pull your mic up. Y'all, we got productions in the back.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
This is we on the couch. We chilling. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, wow, you have an unconventional story, and people I feel like need to understand and see and hear about that. Why did you take that route? What did that mean like to you on your journey to lead you up into leadership? Like, let's talk about that. Let's get into that. Give me something.
Ooh, you got me good with that one. Okay, I will say when I first, so just a little backstory. When I first we started college our first semester together. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget. I knew I was leaving, but I don't think I told you.
Girl, you was sitting me off. Wow. Y'all see how y'all friends do y'all?
You know what? I knew I was leaving, and I kept telling Gabby, like, I'll be back. But Gabby seen me moving all my stuff out of my dorm room. Like I said, what I say? You stayed in Neptune.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm coming over there to Neptune.
Not you was lying. Not you was lying.
I think what it was, I was afraid of failure.
Okay.
I was timid. I was afraid, and this was a whole new world for me. Like, I was a first generation of like grad, not just grad, but going away to college. Mm-hmm. Like that was, I don't know. I was so afraid. I was scared.
It was different.
And
you got a close family.
Very close. Yeah. I was a spoiled little brat.
Okay.
Yes, was.
Okay.
And I think I was shocked by the reality of things. Like when I went away to college, that was like true responsibility. Like I had to learn the difference between just reality, like what we used to get, like Neptune bucks or something like that, or what was it called? I can't even. It was so
Husky bucks.
Husky bucks.
You know about the Husky bucks?
And so I don't truly think I understood the reality of going away to college. Like when I think about it now, I probably would have tried to go to a HBCU, but because college wasn't drilled in my head at the time, because my family, they were entrepreneurs, so they believe like, okay, you can go get a trade, or you don't have to really go to college. But I knew that was my desire for the career path that I wanted.
Sure.
So I think I was just so, in that moment, I was afraid of failure. I'm like, I cannot disappoint my family. So I knew I couldn't, the financial aid, it was so much, Gabby. It was just a lot at that time. And I think I ran away from reality. Mm-hmm. I ran away from reality. I was afraid of failure. And I did not want to disappoint my family. Like you said, we're very close-knit, very tight. So it's like, I have to go back to my safe place.
Okay, that's fair.
That's what it was.
So learning that at that young age, would you do anything differently now on your journey? Or how would you explain that to somebody who may be struggling with the same thing? Because we all scared. I ain't gonna tell you I'm scared. I mean, I'm gonna tell you I'm scared to fail too. Like it's something about it. Everybody has that in their mind at some point in life. But it's just like somebody said to me, you fail forward. You fall forward, you fail forward. And I'm like, okay, that changed my perspective. What would you say to somebody who may be like in that same situation? A young Malisha.
Well, for one, you asked me if I would change anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't change anything because I had to learn how to transition from a young teenage girl to an adult. So I had to. We all go through growing pains. So that I
Sure.
think that was my era. That was my time.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to go back, I would do more research. Like I said, I really didn't know much about college. It wasn't drilled in my head like you have to go to college. But I knew that I wanted to go to college. So I said, you know, whatever school accepts me, that's where I'm going to go. But I would tell my younger self, do research,
Mm-hmm.
apply for scholarships, because you pretty much can get a scholarship for anything. Like I'm left hand, so I know for sure I probably could have got a scholarship for that. But if you don't know and you're not aware of those things, you're just going to just jump out into the world, jump out into taking on all these student
Mm-hmm.
loans and debt, and it's a
Sorry,
lot.
mama.
And
Sorry.
it literally follows you for the rest of your life
Oh,
until you decide to pay, your debt out, pay it off, or if you do
or
decide to pay
decide
it
to
off.
die.
Exactly. So I would just say do your research, know exactly what it is. When I started off at NIU, my major was pre-med.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And I'm telling you, stepping into that world was a whole new ball game. Okay. And I feel like I should have started like sophomore year of high school. Don't wait until your senior year,
Sure.
junior year, or whatever. I feel like, I don't know, just do the research.
How did that shape like the way you see yourself as a leader now in those moments? Like, yes, you were scared of failure. How you feel about failure now?
Whew. What you say? Well, I'm still afraid to fail, but I know that see, I go back to get back spiritual.
Girl,
I don't
okay,
lean
that's
into my
you.
own understanding seriously. On my way here, I was just saying, sometimes you have to do things afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just saying recently about a post I made. I had to do some things afraid this year. Like I didn't want to step out into that world, but you have to do it afraid, and you have to be willing to take risks. Without risk, you won't know exactly what it is you'll need to become a better you, a better leader, a better person.
That's
overall.
real. That's real. That's real.
So
That's real.
it's you have to take those risks. That's why I said I really wouldn't change anything about my journey,
Mm-hmm.
but if I could, I would definitely research more. They don't talk to us about that often. I don't know if they do it now, or maybe I wasn't.
You weren't listening. I don't know. I can't even.
I
That
feel
was
like in high school you had more resources. Like you know how you were, Gabby.
me. Look
I'm
on me.
I'm still with like staff. Like at this, like I wasn't involved like that.
I see what
You
you're
see
saying.
what I'm saying?
I think that's because, like, my personality, I am, yeah, I'm outgoing. I'm very outgoing when I want to be. And I did, like you said, I'm still close to a lot of the people that, like, my teachers. People think it's weird. I don't. Those are my family. I made a whole family, and I won't tell y'all like what I called them, but that's my family. But I see what you're saying. But I also feel like as young black and brown, I'm gonna say black and brown because we're together. We don't know how to put ourselves out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I was having this conversation just the other day. We sometimes don't take the opportunities that are given to us because we feel that we're owed them and we don't want to work. That's something like my mama raised a worker. I will get up and go to work if I hate the job, and it's gonna make me mad every day. But I'm gonna go to work because I know I have to work, and there's opportunities given to me, and I know I have to take these opportunities instead of experiencing them as here is a handout, take it, and you don't have to do nothing else. I really feel like I may be going a little off the rock because this is something that I was literally just talking about literally just the other day. Like these days, the younger generation, and we got to pray for this younger generation because they are really, really, really something. Woo!
Honey.
Grinding my gears, but they they are very
entitled.
woo, yes they are. And because we are the ones leading that generation, we have to kind of not get to their level but understand their level, and that's really been a challenge. I had somebody come into a space where an opportunity was presented, and they came dressed, young black girl came dressed in Timberlands and a whole sweatsuit, and she was late. So I'm like, you're fitting into all the stereotypes that have been impressed upon us, and that grinds my gears. But I also have to have grace for that as well, which is also something that's like been hard for me, because I'm a person, like you said, I had different kind of opportunities. We're from the same neighborhood,
Yeah.
right down the street from each other, but we experience life in a different manner due to the opportunities that we were given. I didn't play sports in high school. I was in the plant club or whatever the club. I was doing dumb stuff like that didn't even make sense. Like, and then I got kicked out of band. Like,
Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy.
I got kicked out of band because I yeah, I gotta say it. I thought I did. Yes, I did know more than the teacher, but I was not in the place of authority to tell the teacher that I knew more than him. So I mean, like, we experience life differently, but to see your path go this way and my path go that way from the same neighborhood, it's pretty interesting. And I wanted to bring that up because I was like, oh my god, that's so interesting. I forgot, like, you started off with me in college, and then you stopped, and then you went, and then you became a nurse, and now you're in charge of the nurses. So I'm like, how did that happen? Like, what's going on? But I thought that was really interesting, and I applaud you for that, because Miss Girl, I would have been done. Okay, go home and been done. But that takes a lot of resilience. That's the E in the hurt, y'all. It takes a lot of I mean, that's the R. Whoa, I can't spell. It's crazy. But yeah, it takes a lot. And I think us as Black women in leadership, resilience is a number one standard that we have to stamp on our foreheads every day that when we walk out the door. Like, you're not gonna be able to quit. You cannot quit. You got people you got to bring up the ladder. You got people on your back. You got to do this. So it's like you have to know, like, you have to know what your goal is and why you have why the resilience is like ringing out. But yeah, I applaud you. I applaud you for that, because that was
I applaud you as well.
what I do.
You're a leader. We're both leaders.
Yes, girl.
So, like you said, back we literally grew up in the same neighborhood. But we had different paths, and it's amazing how God can always
bring it all together
and make it make sense.
Yeah.
So I do have a question for you.
Bum-ba-da-dum. We on the couch with the questions.
My question is, since you were speaking on the interview, young lady coming to the interview, how do you handle conflict or difficult conversations gracefully?
Great. Oh, you had to add that on at the end. Gracefully is something that I need to learn. I am not afraid of conflict. Anybody knows me knows I am not afraid to state what everybody else wants to sit down and not say. I address conflict. I am a head-on person. Like, if I care. Okay. Let me start there. If I care. And then in my world as a leader, I may not always care fully, but I have to care, if that makes sense. So I have to address certain things, like you said, gracefully, and I have to add a filter, because I got it bad, y'all. I'll tell you, and then I'll be like, okay, now you got to get it together, figure it out, get your life, let's go. We got a job to do. Because I'm like so forward thinking, I don't really have time to like sit with people when they have to process an emotion. Oh, you hurt my feelings right here, when you told me that I need to hurry up with the task that I needed, or I needed this done 5 days ago, and you still have not done it. But here, me as a person, I'm like, well, I like to lead adults.
Right.
Adults aren't always their age, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've had to lead people who want to cuss me out because they old enough to be my mama and don't want to listen to me, but they're not in my position. And I would be like, and me, my mouth, God help me still every day. I'd be like, well, why didn't you apply for my position? Period.
Come on, somebody.
But that's my thing. And I'm still learning, and I'm being very transparent. One thing about it, on the couch, we transparent. We're not gonna allow sugarcoat anything. But I am still learning and working on that, because I know that everybody, and we talked about this before, everybody has different styles of learning, and everybody has different styles of leadership. But what I am understanding is I can't talk to person A like they my cousin, and I'm still leading them, and I can still tell them like, hey, you need to get your stuff together. I will ham somebody up like, hey, why you come to work like this? But I can't talk to person B like that, because they'll be offended, and then I'm sitting in the HR office fighting for my job. So me addressing conflict, I'm learning how to navigate that. It's very interesting process. And when I tell you, I think I'm learning that every day. Every day. I'm in a point in my life where I can say that I am pretty much leading now. Gen Z. Gen Z is on my nerves. I think I started smoking cigarettes in my sleep. I don't know. They don't get it. I love y'all, Gen Z. I don't want to harm you. I just want you all to understand and get it together. But and I love y'all deeply. I really do. Y'all are fun. But I need them to understand. Don't take everything so personal.
Yeah.
I try to come, and I don't want to say in love. I try to come with a softer heart of understanding, like, maybe you did not have a mom who told you 30 minutes ago that you should put on some clothes and look like something really, you're about to come into an interview, you want to dress for something that your future. Maybe you didn't have a mom like that, like I did, because my mama would hit me up and tell me, you better go back in there and try again.
Absolutely.
And figure it out, because you're not leaving out like this. Are you going to an interview? Why are you going like that? So I had to kind of bring it back and change my vision. Like, I need to change my glasses. Like, we get a new prescription when our vision changes, because sometimes you don't see, or a lot of times you don't see properly. I need to change the perspective that I'm coming in, because they probably have no idea. So me handling conflict is part of that. I need to dampen. I need to dampen my words. I need to filter them. Yeah, did I answer your question all the way? I feel like you had two parts.
You were honest.
I feel like you had two parts of the question. But yeah, that's.
I believe, I want to say you answered both parts.
But then also, I want to add this as well. Being a young Black woman, they expect you to snap.
And let me give a story.
Go ahead. They expect you to snap.
Yes. So I asked that question because just a couple weeks ago. So when I'll say on my unit, when we're overstaffed, they'll float us to a different unit. And so in that moment, I had to be submitted under leadership. Well, I'm always submitted under leadership because I'm a manager, but I went to a different unit. Of course, it's a different culture. It's a different atmosphere. They do things, they run things differently. But I knew I was being picked on because I was, in that moment, the only Black girl. And I could tell she just kept poking me with a needle, in a sense.
I was going to say, because y'all got needles in real life.
No, not a real needle.
She was poking
not a
you
real
for
needle.
real.
No. She was poking me emotionally and spiritually, I felt like she was ready for this black girl to snap off. In the way that
That's what
I
they
handled
want.
it gracefully, I immediately went to whom it may concern.
I know you right.
And
To whom?
to whomever this matter is gonna, who needs to address this, and I did not back down. I did not back down. I took it up to higher management, higher level. I didn't care, because you're not gonna treat me a certain way. I don't even want to say what I want to say. How I'm gonna say it
I mean,
sometime.
you could say it.
No, it's not right. It's not right to say.
Oh.
It's not right to
What?
say. I'm not gonna say it. But
You want me to say it? You could say it. I could say, you could tell me my ear. I'll say it.
I just no, it just wasn't fair, and I felt that I was being targeted.
Okay.
But one thing about it, I'm gonna hold my own, and like I took it to the higher level, the next level that I was supposed to take it to. They asked me if I wanted to be removed from that unit. I said no. I would never let anyone run me away from my assignment, because I don't know who I may touch, who lives I may
What
touch
they
on
say,
this
clock
unit.
it.
You're not gonna run me away from my assignment. You're not gonna run me away from my patients, priorities, safety, any of that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down, but I do have to escalate this matter into the hands of the right person, because if I leave it in my hands, it might get a little physical. So that's why I asked, how did you handle?
I mean, I be wanting to fight. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yes.
I do be wanting to fight. But that's not good. I can't
And
go
I
to
had to
jail.
remind that person, like, you're the way that you're, like, I stand in this exact role that you stand in.
Mhm.
So to treat me like this, it's not right. No matter how you may feel, it's not okay. And I've learned to always take the matter and the issue to that person first, right?
Okay.
Before I went to management, I tried to fix the issue. Now, I worked 12 long hours.
Long.
I gave her 8 of those 12 hours. I can't take it anymore. I have to escalate the situation.
That's a long periodical
So
time.
I showed a lot of grace that day.
That is.
So that's why I asked that question. And
You said gracefully. That was really.
it was.
That's a word. I'm pondering. I really am. I have that's because this is gonna challenge me, and I feel like that's why we're here. We're here to challenge each other. We're here to challenge everybody, that's watching us, taking the time to even listen to these stories. Because we are experiencing things that everybody else may be experiencing, and you're not alone. You don't have to navigate this all by yourself. That's why we are here. To even talk about, like, as for even resources, like me personally, when I have a situation, I'm not a person that asks everybody, what would you do? Like, I don't do that. I tell the story, I hear what people, the perspective that people have to say, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I go to my best friend, that Monica. She would tell me the truth, and sometimes she would piss me off.
Well, that's good.
I'll be like, who are you talking to? Like, but I love that girl so bad. That's my best friend. But she would, like, provide a perspective, like, okay, well, I see what they saying, and then I see what you saying, but do you look at it this way? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I do kind of, hear what you're saying, but I'm mad. Can you be mad with me? Like, but you need the people that will hold you accountable, and then, like, dealing with all these biases and stereotypes that we do have to deal with as young Black women in leadership, period, is really, sometimes it gets heart-wrenching. Like, I be wanting to throw my hands up and be like, let it go. I don't care no more. I just want to be, I try to not be, look, I, if anybody, no, not if, a lot of people don't know my journey in the world of working and careers, but I quit a job before because of the biases that I was experiencing, and I wasn't protected.
Come on.
So there is times when I'm just like, well, why don't I get a chance to be protected? Why do I always have to fight against what you guys are seeing or what you want me to portray? Like, I was working for this particular company, and look, I'm gonna tell you, they had me working in a sundown town. I did not know until I started. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna research an area.
Yeah.
And I said, this is a what? then all this stuff start happening, and I let them know, like, hey, and and these and I'm gonna tell you the truth, these were white men, okay, white men who should have, because they're men, right? We look at the men, you supposed to be protecting me. They should have, but they didn't have. And I had one manager who was so, and God bless his heart, he was so empathetic, and he was like, you don't have to be going through this, and he tried to do whatever he could. But then I got this other one on the other end, and I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but it wasn't lining up to what the other one was, and it was like, I'm not protected. What do I do? How do I govern myself when I want to snap? Because I'm about y'all. You might as well have said what you wanted to say, and then I was finna show you, and then I probably would have ended up on a t-shirt, and I don't want to be like that. So I had to. That was a very hard period of my life. I had to shut up. My name. What's my name? And I had to shut up because I didn't want to lose my life in those kind of situations. So I'm like, we deal with a lot that people don't even see. They don't even get the opportunity to like understand it. And I was thinking about that period of my life, and I was like, God, how did I get through that? Because that was crazy, like legit crazy. These people were like, they was borderline, might as well have just called me the N-word. Like, that's how bad it was. And I'm still having to go to work because I got bills, I have a mortgage, I have car notes, I have these everything. And that was really hard, being a young Black woman in that leadership position, and then my leaders did not have the resources or did not have the heart to even want to protect me. But you knew what was going on. That's
traumatic.
It. Who you telling?
That's like, so I guess
who you telling? Who you telling? And we thank God for God and therapy and protection. Because I was over an hour away from my base, and I'm like dealing with stuff like that. But I think about those type of instances and like, okay, what if I did quit? Where and then I'm like, I took positions where I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be in the leadership role. Let me be the follower for But that didn't really work for me. Not because I was like, I needed to be in charge. No, that's not where I come from. But it was like, because it's embedded in me to be a leader. It's embedded in me. I know that that's my purpose. That's my calling in life. To like, I know that. Like, so I knew that I could not be taking these stupid roles where I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, I left a job and I said, I'm never going to be a manager ever again. Idiot.
God said, joke's on you.
Yeah, probably laughing. He probably was sitting on the couch laughing like, this girl is nuts. But I really feel like those are certain situations and instances where people don't talk about things like that, and they don't have the resources. And I feel like, even if people out there, if y'all that's watching, even if you have resources to where like you feel these people in these companies and these leaders, they need to understand those types of racial biases and all the isms and schisms that we have to deal with as young Black women. Please provide, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Not a pimp, but
I'll never forget. I had a patient ask one of my one of the nurses, "Can you go get the charge nurse?" I walked in the room. She was like, I'm looking for the charge nurse."
Hey, somebody did that to me one time. I was so ratchet though. Like, I didn't even go hold y'all. I play so much sometimes. A lot of periodical times I play so much, and I was dealing with a situation with one of my. I almost called them what they was. I don't want to give away what the company was, but I was dealing with a situation with one of the people that I led at the time, and the lady goes, I want to speak to your supervisor. Like, she's talking to that person. She's like, I want to speak to your supervisor. So I'm just standing there looking at her, right? And so then she said something. She was like, who is above you? And she's looking at us. She was like, I don't want to talk to y'all. Okay, I don't want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to who's in charge. So I did a little spin around. I'm so ignorant, and I can't believe I never got in trouble for this. But I spit around and I did like so. I dug down a little bit and I popped back up. I was like, "Well, hello." I changed my life. I changed my whole little costume. We got a question though. From one of our watchers and viewers. Shout out to you want them to know your name? One of our he don't care. His name is George. He says, as a leader, when you encounter a problem that eludes your solution, ooh, that's good. How do you navigate the emotional, mental, spiritual challenges that arise? That's part one. How do you overcome the negativity that accompanies these emotions? That's part two. That is a very heavy question. You was in your bag with that one. You want to take part? Which one you want to say? I got it.
I can take
You
the
want
second half.
Okay, let me sit up for this one because this
Yeah,
was good.
that's
He said, "How when you encounter a problem that eludes your solution, how do you navigate it?" First and foremost, I am very hard on myself. That's one. I try not to emotionally get attached to problems when I'm handling them. Else, like, are you asking as like a work environment or like period? Okay, period. Okay, because if it's period, this is gonna go a different way. But when I encounter a problem as a leader that lose my situation, certain areas of my life, I just have to detach emotionally. Because if I attach emotionally, it will go downhill. And I try to compartmentalize a lot, and I feel like I do it very well sometimes. Business is business. I love you 100%. We can go out to Chili's. I don't know about Chili's, but we could go out to the restaurant and we could kick in haha. But when we have a goal that we have to accomplish and I'm at the helm of that, we gotta set the boundary. If it's something that is not what I would advise as a solution, I'm not always right.
Amen.
100%. I am not always right. My mama would try to tell you that I think that I am always right. God bless her heart, but I am not always right. And I recognize that. So if somebody comes with a different solution than what I'm saying, if it makes sense, we're gonna rock with it. We're gonna rock with it. And I'm a person, because me, if we're on the same team, I at some point I'm gonna know if I can trust your judgment or if not. If I trust this person's judgment, okay, Miss Babcock, you wanna run down the street instead of drive? Well, we gonna run down the street. Why? Because she probably talking about we finna run down the street because the car broke, and I didn't even know the car broke. So if it's somebody that I know and trust, and I trust their judgment, I am going to take their solution off of outside of mine, because, like I said, I'm not always right. Mentally, that takes a lot off my plate. I don't have to think about a lot then. I oftentimes get tired. And this is just being a little bit transparent. I get tired of leading sometimes.
Talk about it.
Because I have to lead at work, lead in other spaces of my life, and then to come home, and I gotta lead myself at home too, because I lead my own household. I am my own person. I live in my own household. So it's like I need a break. So take that off of me mentally. If you have a solution, if you have a way for me to not have to use my brain, Give me a
By all
break.
means, help me.
Take it.
Yeah.
I am a team player. I love to be able to know, like, you on my team. I know your strengths. I know your weaknesses. So if you could spell and I can't, I'm finna let you write.
Exactly.
And I'm not. But I could spell though. I really can. But I'm just saying, like, I outside of if it's not my solution, it does not always have to be me. I don't always have to be the one that provides the solution as a leader. I take pride in leaning on my people. Here's a situation. Excuse me. I have a situation. I'm pretty fresh into this. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I want to burp on this thing. Excuse me. I'm pretty fresh. Not fresh. It's been a few months at this point now. Into with this particular company. I don't know everything about the building. I don't know everything about certain devices and stuff like that. You know what I do? There's this one little girl. I'm not gonna call her a little girl. This is one girl. She been there for a while. If I didn't know something, it was something going on with a ticket. I was like, girl, come here. How do I find this? Yeah. So it's like I lean on the people that I know more than me.
Yeah.
Not attempt to know more than me, and they really don't. But they actually do know what they're doing, and I lean on those type of people. So to we can come together on a solution. Teamwork makes the dream work. And he said mentally and spiritual challenges that arise. From a spiritual standpoint, I think that really kind of all really goes into that because yeah, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm really not. I'm if you and then sometimes you get those people that be like, oh, I know this because I know this, and then because I've been doing this for da da da. Okay, Miss Girl, have at it. But sometimes, and that's the other side of it, when it doesn't work out, and I know, like a lot of times, I know what I know, I know.
Yeah.
And if you telling me you got a solution and it's not really lining up, I'd be like, okay, go ahead. Somebody did that to me the other day, and they was like, no, I swear, I promise you, I know this. Da 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 da. I was like, okay, and I went on there with the way that was right in my head, exactly. And guess what? It was the right way, and I was like, and they had to go through loops and bounds and figure out what they need to do, and I was like, okay, well, we'll see you at the top. Eventually, if you ever get there.
People don't like to be coached or
that's very hard,
trained or told something to do.
And those type of people in my brain and my heart will not make it very far. I got not so far. I got as far as I have because I listen to mentors. I listen to people. My favorite thing is to learn from other people's mistakes. So I don't have to.
Let's talk about it. Yes.
That is my favorite thing to do. Now, some things I am going to have to go through because somebody else needs to learn from my mistakes.
Exactly.
But my favorite thing, if you tell me do not go down Stony Island in rush hour traffic, what I'm not gonna do? Go down Stony Island in rush hour traffic. I'm gonna find me another way. You tell me something like that, I'm gonna learn. Don't do that because when I did that, I ended up da 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 da. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna learn. But the second part, and that's what you was gonna take. How do you overcome the negativities that accompany these emotions?
How do I overcome the negativities that come with these emotions? I would say I address that there is something negative going on. I don't try to suppress. Like I have to sit in it. I need to figure out, okay, if I feel like I'm being spiritually, emotionally, or what was the other one? Attacked or
emotional, mental, and spiritual challenges.
Yeah, if I have to sit in it, I always say I have to find a solution or a rationale behind why I'm going through what I'm going through, or why this situation, why did it arise? Like piggybacking off of the conflict I had last week or a couple of weeks ago, I had to figure out what did I do in that moment, because I was a little spicy. I'm not. I mean, I did get spicy, but it wasn't until I was attacked.
Some spicy words.
I stood up for myself. That's what I'll say. But I had to realize I allow her to trigger my emotions of I'm not gonna let nobody make me seem like I'm a angry black woman. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I
let
thought you were
someone.
gonna say something else, girl. Like, whoa, whoa,
No, no, no. I am not
dude.
gonna allow someone to make me. I did allow her to get me out of character because I stepped out of my position. I stepped out of my role, and I had to sit in that. Like I had to be accountable for what I did. So I had to sit in my emotions, but I also had to find a solution. Like, how would I navigate this the next time? How can I
Learn from it.
learn from this?
Somebody said good people learn from their mistakes, great people learn from others' mistakes. That's good.
That's true.
Cause I'm great then. I'm gonna learn from y'all mistakes.
Yes, you have to learn from. That's the problem with the new generation. They don't want to learn from us. I had to explain to someone, honey, I was 14 before. I was 18 before. Like
Really? They
but
don't
my mama
believe it.
told
Huh?
me the same thing too.
But here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that, cause my dear too, let's say little hearts. We experience life different.
Yeah.
You can't mark that on somebody just because I've been there before. Like I know better than you. I didn't just grow up yesterday. Well, actually, you kind of just learned how to learn something else. Like I feel like with with that comment, and I have to be careful with that too, because I'll be like, I was 17 before too. What you did? I know. But at 17, I wasn't taking care of my brother or sister.
Right.
While my mama was gone doing whatever she was doing. I didn't have to be an adult at 17.
That's
so
true.
I feel like with those type of comments, we have to be careful because putting that on other people because we didn't live the same life. They grew up and was running the streets all kind of times and everybody knew everybody and
That's true.
we gotta come in when the street lights come on. But now these kids, they don't what are street lights? You mean when the light turn red or when it turn yellow? Like what do you mean? Like it's just stuff like that. We have to be careful, even like on our journey leading certain people. And I feel like those types of comments are kind of detrimental to people's growth. I can remember times with it wasn't not just my mama, it was other people that I don't want to say lorded over me because that's kind of crazy to say. They were authority figures in my life and they would say stuff like that and I'd be like, you don't even know. Like you don't know that I'm going to school and I'm dealing with, crazy stuff at school. You may think because I'm joking around and having a good time, like I'm dealing with nothing and all I got to worry about is homework. No, let's put a pause right there. And that's what we have to be cognizant of as well, like not putting those markers. Like I was 17 before, I was 14 before. Like yes, you were, and you had a family that taught you things that these 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds didn't even get a chance to learn. I wish I could go back and be like, okay, let me enjoy this.
I wish I could be 15 again for real.
Do I? No, 15 was a really interesting year of my life.
Okay, a teenager.
Yeah, let's go about let's get past 15 and 16. Let's go on about 17. Yeah. We can have a little fun right there in 17. I remember 17. Yeah, we had a little fun. I
remember 17 too.
17 again. Okay. I think we about wrapped up, right? We about wrapped up, team. I think so.
Yeah, about 12 minutes.
Do anybody else got questions in the comment? They got yes, y'all commenting. Okay, I appreciate that. We ain't got no questions coming up in these comments. No, we appreciate y'all. I see you, Tress. Okay, Miss Girl. Hey, Miss Girl. Yes.
She said, "Yep, got a address in the Oh, that was from the last comment."
Somebody tell me.
Marquise, don't come in here with this American flag.
We not here for that. This is not.
Love you, okay, but
this is not that. Don't piss me off.
Don't get me started.
Please, yeah, this not political. We don't have no political stances. I personally and 100%, this is my political stance. I hate politics. That's all I gotta say. I hate it. I do not like politics. Yes, I do read and research, but this is not what this is not a political forum. We are not here for that. We are here to help other leaders. If y'all leader want to come on here and we could talk about it, we could talk about their leadership.
That's okay.
I ain't even gonna name them. But yes, this is not that. So don't piss me off, okay? But yeah, last but not least, um, what are some words of encouragement that you would give? Let's just say that not shut up. Let's that I'm trying to think of a proper age. That 24-year-old
Mm,
who
honey.
is just now what about what age you come out of grad school, college and all this? Let let's
I
say
don't know that.
24. That 24-year-old that's sitting there like, okay, I'm trying my hand at this. And it's not really working, but I know this is something that I want to do. I want to lead people. I want to help grow people. I want to help develop people. Like, what would you say to that 24-year-old black or brown girl, um, not girl, young woman who is sitting there contemplating, is this something that I really want to do or that I really should do?
First things first, I would say find you a mentor. Find you someone that can help guide you, lead you, like you said, help you along the way with your mistakes. That's the number one thing. I was another thing. I know we say this not a religious platform, but I always
It
say,
is. Everybody know who I love,
okay,
Mr. God.
we love God over
I
here,
love him
Jesus.
very much and
But
very well.
I always go into my prayer closet and I have to see God, and I have to literally hone in and, like, seek him for strategy and clarity, because I don't want to do anything out of his will that's not pleasing to him, for one.
Okay, Miss Girl.
You
Girl, I felt that.
serious? You are so, I'm for real. But I don't want to do anything that's not in his will, because when you are not in alignment with what God has for you, listen, the mistakes.
Okay. This for the church in the background.
You're gonna keep getting those reminders of why, and you, as a leader, you're not gonna, progress to that next level. You need a mentor. You need to seek God for clarity and strategy. And I always say, get in the room. If there's a conference that's leading or going towards what
That's
you
good.
desire, like for instance a nursing conference, if I know I want to be a better nurse leader, at my job they have these free conferences, so I make sure that I get in the room. Just get in the room, get the knowledge. You don't know everything. You have to start somewhere. You have to have someone that's going to pour into you.
Mhm.
So I would say get in the room, and you have to be willing to make investments on yourself. Bet
It's
on
true.
yourself every time.
Every single
It
time.
doesn't matter if you have
It's
to.
if they call you arrogant.
Yeah,
Okay.
bet on yourself. Listen, I have to bet on myself every day. But no, seriously, like you have to, I say, start there. Start with those 3 steps. If I had to give advice to anyone.
My advice to that person, and I think I said 24 for a reason, because I think I was 24 when I got my first big job, big girl,
Me
not
too.
job, big girl leadership position, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, I was a I'm still a person. I will get it done. I'm not afraid to ask questions. That
Mhm.
is my advice. Ask all the questions that you can. I've always been inquisitive. I will research, which is the point, like the problem. Like, not, I don't want to call it a problem. It's not a problem.
It's not a
I think it's
problem.
a skill.
It's
I'm
a
skilled
healthy
there.
thing. Yeah.
But I will research and I will ask questions, but ask questions to the right people.
Mhm.
I've been in situations where I've asked questions and people push me to the side because they don't know how to handle. They don't know how to
Mm.
handle the question. B, they don't know the answer and don't want to tell me they don't know the answer. That's fine. If you don't know the answer, be
Be
honest
honest.
with me.
Exactly.
But I would tell that girl, ask the questions, please.
Yes.
Ask the questions.
Yes.
And I think finding, mentorship is really important. And I was one of my mentors said something that's you need 5 mentors in each aspect of your life. Okay, Miss Girl, 5 is a lot. That's a lot of people be talking to. But get counsel from different areas. I would say that. But I'm standing strong on that ask questions. And like you said, invest in yourself. I attend this conference pretty much every year for the past couple years. It's a global leadership conference. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
And it has shifted my mindset, changed my mindset on a lot of things, a lot of ways, and they give resources for us to go back to our teams as leaders, and that has, like you said, get in that room,
Yes.
And things like that. I will, you just threw my thought process off doing it. But yeah, ask the questions. Ask the questions. Please ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because I think people get intimidated by asking questions because it shows that you don't know something. That's very good that you don't know something, because that reveals that you have an opportunity to learn something else. That reveals that you have the opportunity and you have the capacity to get poured into something else, and that could take you to the next level. Please don't be afraid to ask questions. But yeah, I think that's
good.
that wraps us up. Open up yourself. But and we're gonna bring this back. Those of y'all that's just joining or have joined after, we are worth good. Shout out to, once again, the Latoya Wider, and she's got a holiday sale going on. Please head over to that website, worth.co, and they on Instagram. We're gonna post them on our Instagram. We're gonna share everything. Worth good. She got a lot of apparel. She got a lot going on, and the message behind it is something that I have put across my chest. I'm not gonna get a tattoo because I'm scared of tattoos. But check out her website, 30% off this whole holiday season. And then, but hey, because you are here and you're watching this podcast, episode 2, you get a code, a discount code for free shipping. And that code is gonna be leader, not lead her this time. It's leader, just regular leader. And you get free shipping. So please, please, please go support. Check out. These are nice colors. It's for men, women, boys, girls. And I don't know, she might have something for your little dog. I don't know. She might, but she got some cool stuff. And I like these colors. I really like that one. I'm gonna have to find me one now. That's this color. And it's warm, it's cozy, and it's for the holiday season. Y'all, we want to thank y'all. But first, should we tell them?
I think we should.
We should tell them. We should tell y'all next our next episode. Be on the lookout. Episode 3. Episode 3, January the 12th. And our special guest. Should I tell him? Or should I wait? Let's leave him on your edge. Yeah.
On the edge of the couch.
Let's get on the edge. But you have to make sure you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook right here. I know this is my page. We're gonna post it on the LeadHERship Journey page as well. But thank you all for joining. I appreciate it and I love everybody. Episode 3, January 12th, 7 p.m. We will see y'all soon.
See y'all.